And come to page number 96. Let's continue the last paragraph of chapter number 8 on page number 96. The feared tribunal of 5, which was made up of cruelest patriots, met daily in front of a determined jury. They tried the so-called traitors of the people. So they brought the traitors, all those traitors who were against the revolutionaries, and they brought them to this consistory, the oldest prison in Paris. On the day Charles' case was to be heard, 15 prisoners had gone before him. All 15 had been condemned in less than 1 hour. Condemned means punished. When Charles was brought forward in front of the tribunal, he recognized Defarge, who was sitting in front. A woman knitting steadily means continuously, was sitting next to him. She sometimes whispered in his ear and seemed to be his wife, but Charles noticed in the two figures was that, although they sat as close to him as possible, they never looked towards him. They seemed to be waiting for something with an unshaken determination, and they looked at the jury, but nothing else. So what did they? What was seen in the eyes? They just expected the judgment to be at the right way. They did not want anything. They just wanted the right judgment. Okay. So they were just looking at the jury, and they did not even look at Charles Darnley. Charles was accused by the public prosecutor as an emigrant whose life belonged to the people. According to the law, his head was demanded and the audience agreed. An enemy of the republic, take off his head. The president of the court rang his bell impatiently for silence and turned to the accused. Accused, who is accused? The person who is charged of some, wrong thing. Have you lived many years in England? Have you lived many years in England? Yes, but therefore you are an emigrant. Not exactly. I gave up my titles voluntarily and left the country. This is Darnley. Okay. He said that it was me who gave my title of Marquess, and on my own. Voluntarily means on my own. I gave up my titles and left the country. But you married in England. Yes, but my wife was a French citizen. Her name and family? The daughter of Dr. Manette, a good doctor who sits there. Charles pointed to Dr. Manette sitting among the spectators, the people who were there to watch the case. When the doctor was questioned, he answered passionately in defense of his son-in-law, telling the court of Charles' trial for treason in England and his loyalty to France. So, over here, Dr. Manette proves to the court that this man, Charles Darnley, was loyal to France, though he belonged to England. His answers pleased the court, and crowd and cries of "Save the doctor's son-in-law" now replaced "Take off his head." The tribunal voted unanimously in Charles' favor. He was free at last. The tribunal voted unanimously means the decision of all the tribunal of 5 was the same. Okay, and they helped Charles to get freedom from that accusation. This is the court scene, okay, where Charles has been tried, right? And the spectators are sitting over here. And you can see Defarge and Madame Defarge talking to each other in whispers. Next, the crowd raised Dr. Manette onto the shoulders of 2 men and carried him through the streets. In this way, they arrived the quiet street where Lucy had set up house. Lucy could not believe her eyes when she saw her husband and her father enter arm in arm. She burst into tears and held them both close. A full 15 minutes passed before she found the courage to look into her husband's eyes, because the thing where Charles was bonded or imprisoned, for what reason he had been imprisoned, was really very tough thing to break through. So it was a impossible task to save the life of Charles in such a terrible, chaotic state as in Paris. But he came without any kind of fear. He was back home. The same night as they were celebrating Charles' return to family, there was a loud banging on the door. "Oh, father, what can this be? hide Charles, hide. Now he'll find that how Lucy is, he has a fear in her heart that again these people will come and arrest Charles. That's how she says, hide Charles, hide. My child, don't worry, he's safe now. Let me go to the door. 4 red caps marched in. Okay. First citizen Evermont called Darnay. As the first Charles stepped forward. Now first red cap person, like who are these 4 red caps? They are supporters of revolutionaries. So one of them, the first one, he just inquired of citizens Evermont called Darnay. Who wants him? I want him. We want him. I know you, Evermont. I saw you before the tribunal today. You're again a prisoner of the Republic. But why? It doesn't matter why. Dr. Manet turned into stone by this unexpected visit, recovered and came forward to face the man. See, all of a sudden Dr. Manet went again in a shock, and then he just tried to recover himself to seeing the situation and came forward to face the man. You said you know him. Do you know me, sir? All 4 men nodded. We all know you, citizen doctor. Who accuses him? The district of Saint-Antoine. Will you tell me who reported him? It's against the rules, but you can ask that man. He's from Saint-Antoine. He says it's against the rule. What is against the rule? It's against the rules to, give out the details that who has filed a report against Charles Darnay. Okay, but they gave a clue that he's from Saint-Antoine. Dr. Manet approached the man, pointed out to him. The man moved uneasily onto his feet and rubbed his beard a little, but finally spoke up. Well, yes, it is against the rules, but he has been reported by the citizen. But he has been reported by the citizen and citizeness Defarge and one other. What other? Do you ask, citizen doctor? Yes. The man looked at the doctors with a strange look. Then you will be answered tomorrow. For the time being, I can say nothing more. That is how the red caps, they just ended up saying that they are there to arrest Charles Darnay, and it is by rule they cannot reveal out anything more than that. So here we end up this chapter number 8.